Everybody, it's Logan Hall back with another grill stream. Um, I have something exciting to like to share today. So over the past several weeks and even months, really, um, I've been planning a sort of a revamp to my outside sort of grilling areas sort of back here on my patio. Um, so several things have sort of been done like to make this happen. I've actually had to get rid of a couple grills, but then I also bought a new grill too. Um, so if you recall, uh, maybe it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I did a ungrilling or sort of like an unveiling of a new grill, um, and it's actually sitting right there behind me, but it's under sort of a tarp, or not tarp, but a cover. Um, and so basically before I show you sort of look at everything behind me here, I basically just want to sort of speak to sort of the process of sort of how all this sort of went down and sort of the new look that you're going to get with sort of my streams. Um, so so again, just um, looking for like a while. I've had multiple different grills sort of back here. And this isn't exactly like a huge space back here. I think this is about like a 10 by 10 foot sort of covered patio area, and it's nice. I mean, I've got a fan above me. It's all nice and everything. Um, but you know, for again for all the grilling that I personally do, there's just not a ton of space for sort of all the grills that I need, or I guess one is really more of a better word here. Um, so just in summary, I used to have a Traeger, for like my pellet smoking needs. I had a gas grill by the brand of, or well, Gilgan, Gil, 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 but the name or sort of like the brand of that was Napoleon. And they make good grills. Um, but basically, I had that grill for about 3 years, and it didn't quite stand up or sort of you know stand the test of time that I was expecting. Um, even after cleaning it for maybe after every 10 to 20 uses or whatever, you know I would go in like and actually do a deep clean, right? But even with that, honestly, I just wasn't super impressed with sort of its long term quality. So so I sold that. And I had an option actually to keep it and try to integrate it into sort of this grill sort of cart back here. But I thought, what, if I'm going all out, if I'm getting a new sort of station, if you would, I figure I would start fresh with a brand new gas grill. So again, you saw that stream a few weeks back. We did sort of an unboxing there. Um, s- s- so again, so so again, like you've already sort of seen sort of part of what's behind me, but again, the piece to basically wrap everything together in a nice bow is a custom grill cart or grill cabinet. Um, and this is something that like I've wanted for like a while now. I did a lot of research on different companies that make these, and I landed on a company called Matchless. So with Matchless, they do all kinds of different sort of variations of sort of like the cart that I got behind me. Um, they have ones for like pizza ovens. They have smaller ones. They have larger ones. Um, but basically, you know, even after all was said and done, I decided, there's really only two grills that I need back here. I need a gas grill for just sort of quick and simple sort of meals. Ones that don't have to like babysit, charcoal, and like the Joe back here. Um, just something simple, right? And then, you know, again, it would, like, for me personally, if I had to slim down just to one grill, it would be 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 sort of the Joe back here, the Kamado Joe. Um, it's awesome. It puts out excellent, amazing tasting food. But 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 it's sort of a trade off in terms of you spend a lot of time getting it ready, getting the coals all ready. Then you have to babysit a little bit. Again, my thinking here is like the Joe is sort of like the manual transmission, and then sort of the gas grill is more of sort of like the automatic transmission, right? Um, so anyway, um, so I went with matchless, and uh, basically, basically everything is very much sort of customizable. You pick all your different colors. You can pick different types of materials for countertops and everything. Um, you know, so um, so so again, I placed the order. It was a very big number, uh, but again, I placed the order, and it took about 3 to 4 weeks for it to actually be fully assembled and shipped. Um, and when it did come to me, it came in one giant pallet. I mean, this this pallet was like 9 feet long, basically. Um, and about like 2 or 3 feet wide, or deep, I should say. Um, you know, and so there was a lot of sort of like just like a lot of sort of like a lot of sort of planning and timing in terms of getting this thing built and getting it moved back here and getting all the grills put in and everything. So a couple weeks back, I had my family. One like really more just like my dad, came up, and he helped me, sort of put the final touches on it and get the grills in and everything. Um, so again, it's like been it's been like a long process, like to actually get everything in shape and everything. Um, so again, I blabbed on a lot here, but again, I just want to give like the backstory as to sort of what's changed, sort of what's gone, what's staying. Like the Traeger's gone, sort of the old sort of black gas grill is gone too. You've seen the new sort of silver gas grill. And you've seen the Joe, plenty of times. But anyway, let's go ahead and unveil what I have to show you guys. So I'll take you guys off the charger. And actually, what I'll do, I will place you guys right about here. I will move this out. Yeah. So you should have a pretty good look here. So for those of you that are watching this on sort of like the replay, like you might be saying, Logan, turn this landscape. There's been this weird issue that I've had with StreamYard lately. Like if I tilt my camera to like the landscape, the screen just goes completely black, and I can't get it to go on unblack basically. So we have to stick with this, for this stream, sadly. But anyway, let's do the big unveiling. So there it is, guys. So this is my nice new shiny well, Kilkin, like you've already seen this grill, but like you haven't seen it in its cabinet here. So this is a nice sort of like brown sort of finish, and then the actual cabinet sort of color here is more like a gray sort of cappuccino color. Um, and then of course we have the egg here, just looking finally sitting in its own sort of final place here. Um, what's really nice about this cabinet is I have a lot of nice storage. There's paper towel. I have some cleaning materials. I've got some attachments back there. That I can use for the Joe. It also has like some nice pull out drawers here for different storage needs, but then I also have a trash can back here, which is nice too. Um, and like a little bottle opener here, which is nice. And something else that like that's really nice about this whole setup. This thing is very solid. This is really nice, construction quality. The locks, feel and sound very nice. Um, so it's made with a lot of good good components here. So this is another sort of pull out drawer. I have some some more racks here. I have some fire starters. I have just other bits and bobs. For sort of the Joe and everything. Um, so anyway, what I wanted to do, guys, is actually do a mini little grill stream with you guys tonight. And what I'll do here is I do actually have like a griddle on here, but we're not going to be using it today. I'm just going to set this off to the side. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get the grill started here. So what's nice is, this starts up instantly. There's no, double, triple, uh, you know, you know, nonsense or anything like that. Let me get you guys in a good position here. Yeah. So you might be asking, Logan, what are we making tonight? So we're gonna make hot dog. So I've got my buns. I've got some onion. I also have pickle too. So we're not actually going to be putting pickles on a hot dog. You have to be some kind of psycho to do that. But I don't have relish, and I figure, well, I can just make my own relish if I just chop this up, right? So we have that going. Mustard, of course. Onion. I think we already talked about that, but I have Nathan's hot dogs, guys. I don't usually show my wiener on on stream, but I kind of have to, at this point. Um, so we have that. Um, Let's put all this back real quick. And let's go ahead and chop up our pickles here, just so that we get our relish going. It's nicely chopped up. Also, by the way, it's nice just like having this space now to actually do all this prep work because previously, uh, you know, when everything was done sort of back on that table up there, which was fine, but this is just way better overall. So we're gonna peel the outer layer of this onion, and we're just gonna dice up. Nice and easy. So I'm going to put this off to the side for a moment, and let's get our wieners on the grill. So I'll bring you guys closer. It's a good angle. And there's nothing to it, guys. You just put them on. We'll do this. And now we wait. By the way, not sponsored, but this stuff is pretty good. Mike's Hard Lemonade. For like these summer heat, it's good to have just something nice and light. Keep you guys a little bit closer here. Now this also has an upper rack here. And what I'll do is I'll put the buns on here. It's starting to get some color on there. Just a nice simple grill string, guys. Nothing too crazy today. However, later this weekend, I might be doing a grill stream for a dish that like I've actually already made. But this was done about this long, Logan, like about this time last year, and the dish is called chicken tortilla soup. Um, so for longtime viewers, which is maybe like one person, um, you may recall that this was probably one of my most favorite dishes that like I've ever made. Um, for like this channel. But it was a very time consuming. It was very long, but man, the payoff was really nice, guys. I mean, it was just incredibly flavorful. Um, just there was like a ton of depth to it too. Uh, and this year, I would like to make the same dish, but I'm actually gonna like try to sort of amp it up a little bit more. So last time I used I'm gonna turn this around. Um, Last year I ended up using like a chicken breast, and thinking chicken breast isn't the most flavorful chicken option, um, which I get, right? But for um, for 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 shredding chicken, it's a lot easier than like the thighs. Um, oops. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I just realized I accidentally tore the ends of these of these buns. So now it's not necessarily going to be like a book. Uh, so oh well. Um, but I think these dogs are just about done here. So these are Nathan's, by the way. Nathan's famous hot dogs. Um, but yeah, yeah. So these buns probably won't be the best, but that's right. Um, I think these are pretty much done. I'm gonna put these off to the side. These are getting there. You know what? I just realized I don't have a plate here, so I'll be right back. Got the plate. But yeah, I think these dogs are pretty much ready to go here. So I'm gonna take these guys off. Got some decent marks on there. We can finish it off here. That'll take literally 10 seconds, like so, like so. So we're good with the grill. Again, very easy to use. Very, very good quality here. A lot better than the previous grill that I had. But anyway, let's turn this around. Start to plate up here. Eh, that's a bit better. So the chicken tortilla soup, yeah, I do plan on probably doing that on Sunday. But this time around, going back to the chicken conversation, um, I will be cooking a whole chicken, and then we'll probably just be shredding the whole chicken too. So yeah, I did kind of mess up this whole bun situation, didn't I? Um, but we're gonna see how well I can fix it. So probably what I'll do is I'll just kind of treat this as like a burger almost, where like this is the bottom bun, this is the top bun. So what I'll do here is I want my oh, here it is, mustard, brand new bottle, so I had to get the uh, sort of the top off. So we got our mustard, diced onion, and our fresh relish. And I'll hit it with a little bit more salt, pepper. So it's going to have to be sort of a burger dog, and that's all right. Let's do the same for our other one. Here we go. So we have our dogs. You probably can't see that all that well, but let's take you guys over here, and I'll probably wrap up the stream here just in a moment. I'll have the lemonade. So what I'll do, guys, is actually we could we could get the dog cam here. Yeah, there we go. So let's do a taste test first. Let's see how my dogs came out. Let's check it out. Looking good. Mm. And this takes me back, back to the ball game, man. Just instantly thinking about, you know, playoff, baseball. It's a good dog, guys. Anyway, so yeah, tune in Sunday because I will do my chicken tortilla soup 2.0. We'll be doing a whole chicken first, and then we'll build the soup base. Then I'll shred the chicken. Um, that will go in. And then there's all kinds of dried chilies and peppers and like and everything that goes into it. Um, and then I'll be making my own tortillas too from scratch. So it'll be very, very good, guys. Hmm. We have a chat from OC. OC says, what goes best with hot dogs? Potato chips, Doritos, or Fritos? I have to go with potato chips, OC. Well, okay. Also, I think it largely depends on what type of dog you are eating. If you're having a chili dog, I would say that you go with Fritos. But just for like a pretty much pretty basic ballpark dog here, go with potato chips. That's what I say. Let's see. Anybody else in the chat? We had Mathis. Mathis, what's going on? Good to see you, bud. Mm. Yeah, that was good answer. Yeah, great. Excuse me, great. Oh, also, guys. By the way, I had COVID for like 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm still getting over like a little bit of the cough and everything. So I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty close. Another question from OC. OC's keeping us alive here. OC asks, coleslaw, potato salad, or fruit salad? So so again, it's like in honor of Pride Month. I think you would go with fruit salad if you're um, batting for the other team. Just to make like a baseball reference here. Um, Now, if you're straight, um, I would say potato salad or coleslaw. I personally like the like the like the sort of the potato salad angle. That's my take. Any other questions, guys? These are good questions. But anyway, guys, thank you for sort of joining me on this just again very simple grill stream. But again, some like the whole purpose of the stream was not to cook hot dogs. It was to show off what I have behind me here. Again, the new grill, the overall cabinet, and just again, again, the two critical grills, the main grills, now have their final home. They're going to be in this really nice cabinet, um, forever, basically. So, anyways, guys, if there's no more questions, um, thank you for being here. All two of you, thank you for being here. Um, and yeah, catch me Sunday. I will likely be doing the chicken tortilla soup. Uh, OC says, let me put his comment up. OC says, congratulations on the luxury grill set. I mean, yeah, yeah. Honestly, I feel like these two grills, they're kind of sitting in like the Rolls Royce of sort of grilling cabinets. The quality is really really nice. Everything just feels super solid. Um, and it's very very nice. So OC, thank you for that. Um, Also, there's a chance I might do a burger stream tomorrow night. I've recently been watching a lot of like smash burger videos. So there's this guy named George Motz, I think. But anyway, he has a place in New York. Like it's something like the Great American Burger or something like that. Um, and he's basically dedicated his whole life to being sort of like a burger expert or sort of like a connoisseur, Logan, almost being like a burger bur- burger sort of like it's like a history buff, I guess. And so he basically specializes in like the smash burger as well as like the Oklahoma style burger where you take really thinly shredded onion, and you basically smash that to the patty. Um, so possibly, possibly tomorrow evening, I might do a stream on that too. And then Sunday I might do a stream. I might do the chicken tortilla soup in like a dedicated video versus a stream. So like I haven't really decided yet, but again, then you're going to get at least two grill streams this weekend, possibly three. But again, two. So, anyways, guys, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us on the Logan Hall's grilling experience. Thank you for your support, OC, and everybody else. Have a great weekend, and I will catch you guys back here very soon.